I just want to welcome you all to a new episode of the Jason Beck Show. Your host, Jason Beck. I want to welcome you all. I'm your host, Jason Beck. And on today's show, I got some topics for you that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Trump's question, media blowing out of proportion. We're going to talk about a little bit about the NFL draft. Love to hear your thoughts on it. And then we're also going to talk about Tom Brady and your predictions and many other free agents that have went to other teams. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Comments below on all the different topics. I do ask that you keep all comments respectful and that you do respect other people. If you are replying to any comments, any rude, sarcastic comments will be deleted. So let's get this show rocking and rolling. I'd like to say thank you to all of my viewers, followers, subscribers, fans of the Jason Beck Show. I know, I took a sabbatical and tried to ask myself, well, how do I want to do this show? How do I want the Jason Beck Show to go forward? And mainly, I want it as a podcast audio show. And there's reasons to that, because a lot of times, I may write notes and I may fumble through, and I don't want people seeing that. And for me, it's just so much easier to do an audio show versus like a video show. So basically, what am I going to be talking about on the different shows? What is the channel going to be formatted? I'm still going to have my topics, and I'm going to still talk sports, but I'm going to add two other dimensions to this channel. To give people an extra, maybe they're not into sports or topics or whatever I'm talking about, but maybe they're into motivation. And this will give my viewers a chance for me or something that I'm passionate about in motivational messages for my viewers, my fans, my subscribers, my followers. And also, I'll be doing sermons as well, too. Going to try to do a weekly sermon. Going to try doing a couple motivational messages a month. We'll see how that goes. I may trim it back. May test it out. But that's basically going to be the format of the Jason Beck Show. Motivation, sermons, topics that I'm talking about, and sports. So let's go ahead. Let's dive right into the show. Thank you for holding on for a few minutes while I kind of explain, going forward to the new format of the Jason Beck Show. And so my first topic I want to talk about, and I'd definitely love to hear your thoughts. And I actually came across it from some posts, and then I watched some videos, and then I did, found some information on it. And that was basically had to do with like chemicals or disinfectant, and Trump and the question he was asked, and media blowing it out of proportion, saying this when he didn't say this. When he said that, he asked a question. He wasn't saying go and do this. He asked a question. So I just want to lay that right out. What I got is that he asked a question. A question. He wasn't telling people to go out to do that. I would never recommend that you go out, and drink cleaners and stuff and all that. No, don't do that. Don't do that at all. But the media just blew it out of proportion, and since there have been a lot of calls to the, food and poison, like the poison control number. And that's a lot of it has to do with people, using chemicals and disinfectants to clean their homes. They're not drinking, they're not injecting it, they are using it to clean their homes, and they've actually, either used too much or used the wrong chemical, who knows? You know, so there's that's one main thing that's been happening in the but that was like I said, pandemic. People go out and buy chemicals and stuff and disinfectants. It had nothing to do with well, they're getting more calls because Trump asked this question. That no, that's not it. So I'm safe to tell you. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. You can look it up as well too. And I ask that everyone look up and do their own research as well, also too. So, want to hear your opinions on this topic. What do you think? Like I said, keep it respectful. Respectful comments. Respect other people's comments and opinions, and it'll all be good. Negative comments will be deleted. So let's dive into the next topic and talk about the NFL draft. What did you all think about the NFL draft? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I watched the first 8 picks in the first round because I was really interested. I watched a few picks in the second round. Didn't watch a whole lot after that, or third round, or even the picks that are going on today. But first round took a little bit longer. I did, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it did take a little bit longer, and you have to, you have to look at, this is our first time they had to do a virtual draft, so obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. It's not going to be a lot shorter than what we're used to. But what do you think about the picks? Obviously, you knew that the Bengals. Well, I knew. I mean, it was obvious. Almost every sports analyst out there, everybody in sports knew that the Bengals were going to pick Joe Burrow. That was just a slam dunk. Now, the Washington Redskins, you could say, and this is in my opinion, in other people's opinions, that they picked the best player in the draft, Chase Young. They needed help on defense. Well, they need a lot of help. Just saying that. And I'm a Redskins fan, so I speak from experience. They need a lot of help in that team to turn it around. But defense, like they say, the old saying, defense wins championships. And that kid couldn't be any more real. You look at the Ravens, you look at the Bears. When they won championships, they had a top, or even the Broncos, when they won this, the one not too long ago with Peyton Manning, they had a top defense. So having a top defense is important. And then Miami, well, obviously Tua can come in there. He doesn't have to start right away. And that's good. You want him to sit, let him heal from his injury, let him continue to heal, let him learn the offense, let him learn the system, give the Dolphins a year to basically fix that offensive line, to improve their team, and let Fitzmagic go out there, work his magic when he's on fire. You still have, as far as I know, they still have Josh Rosen. Don't quote me on it, but as far as I know, and personally, if they still do, I would keep him. Let the new rookie be a third string quarterback, and just sit and watch and wait. And if his number gets called, if anything happens to Josh or Fitzmagic, and they go down to the third string quarterback, then throw him in there. But don't throw him into the wolves. Like I said, let him heal. Let him learn the system as well too. So The New York Giants, that was obvious, going after a offensive lineman. They do need that. And jumping ahead a few picks, the eighth pick, you look at the Arizona Cardinals, and they draft a linebacker, Isaiah, I believe his last name Simmons. I don't know. I mean, I like the pick that it's defense. I think they definitely need help on defense, but I don't know if that's going to be a good pick or not. I guess we'll have to see, in his production and what he does in the NFL and how he takes his experience and takes it in with the Cardinals and learns the NFL style system. I do believe this year, because of what's going on, that it's going to be tough for rookies to learn. I think that this year is going to be more based off the veterans and experience and the NFL players that have already been here. I think they're going to be more defined this year than the rookies, because it may be harder to learn currently based on everything that's happening. Who knows when the NFL season's going to start? Who knows their format, if they'll have to stop. I mean, what if they play and then come fall, they have to cancel the season, or postpone it or suspend it for a little bit. So there's a lot of uncertainty, in the NFL and in sports and in this world. We just don't know. We do not know. So, but I would love to hear your thoughts on the NFL draft. Did you like the format? Did you like it? Were you happy about your picks? What do you think about, the ones that were picked? Love to hear it. Like I said, please share, comment below, share this video, please subscribe. And I want to jump into the next topic of NFL free agents. These big free agents that go different places. Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and also, Philip Rivers going to the Indianapolis Colts. And there's all these changes of, from trades from DeAndre Hopkins going to the Arizona Cardinals to David Johnson going to the Houston Texans, Randall Cobb signing with the Texans. So many different changes. Are they beneficial to the teams? I think the winner, I'd say, out of all of this, is definitely, Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting Tom Brady. Philip Rivers maybe, and D Hop going to the Arizona Cardinals. They draft a rookie quarterback, Kyler Murray, last season, and he still has Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is an awesome receiver. I believe he's going into his 18th year. So having D Hop there to kind of replace him after whenever he decides to hang up the cleats. But going into this year, you got D Hop, you got Larry Fitzgerald, you got Christian Kirk, you got some of the other players that are around them. That for that to be a trio receiving core I'm very piqued and interested to see what they do. Do I believe that they'll get the Super Bowl and win it? I don't think so. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But honestly, my pick is going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If that whole team can stay healthy, I believe they will win the Super Bowl this year. Who will they be playing against? I don't know. I have to say the popular pick would have to be the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. And that would be a very cool Super Bowl to see Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. Well, I never saw that in the AFC, but now that Tom Brady's in the NFC, that'll be a pretty cool matchup. Another really good matchup because Tom Brady in the division he is playing against Drew Brees. So I'm definitely excited about that. Looking forward to the NFL season when it finally or whenever it decides when it kicks off. But I understand you want to keep people safe and healthy as well too. So, well, that's it for this show. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, going forward, I will have the new format, of audio podcast show, except when I'm interviewing someone, and and motivational messages, sermons as well too. So, along with sports and other topics. So, it'll be a little bit for everybody. So, and my shows may not include just a topic in sports. It may be topic in a sports, or maybe all sports, or may just be particular topics I'm talking about. But like I said, if you don't like one and you want to watch another, there'll be something for everybody. So have a great day and welcome back to the Jason Beck Show. All right, thank you. Bye bye. And please subscribe, please share, please like, please follow.